set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now, this is Johnson. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Johnson. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field. Position here as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over him. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run. Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Give to Cook out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both run. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. The PAT good. It will draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and goal, Detroit.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after one. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. They run again on 1st down. Cook. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Side on the swing pass, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throw caught left side, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he takes a shot on the release, says this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Johnson. Very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. Being chased out left. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
For the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now second and 7 from the 23. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Darnold setting up the screen for Cook. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. A 1st down throw, Darnold. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Lions 24, Vikings 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 8. Now an option play on second down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal.
He got 29 yards that time. Here's Swift. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 31, Vikings 21. Sam Sloman.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin. At the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And this is one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz going to throw. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. Fielded in the end zone. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So we raise the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold down to throw. And Darnold going to be intercepted from the 32. Picked off at the 30. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
On 1st down, Swift, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throwing is Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Darnold. That'll be complete to Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Left side here, and it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down and 10, Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing again is Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Lions 34. Vikings.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Wentz. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Darnold from the gun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
1-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to go on top for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Lions 40, Vikings 35.
Game now as here comes the kickoff. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Evades the tackle and has some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.